In this video, I'll show you the step-by-step guide on how to buy US stocks from Australia using the Stake app. I'll cover how easy it is to sign up for an account and explain the proper steps on how to fund your account and start investing. I'll also cover tax, foreign exchange rates, and all the important things you need to consider before starting an account. I would encourage you to watch all the way to the end because I'll be dropping bonus tips along the way, which all ties in at the end. So if that sounds good to you, let's roll the intro. What is going on, future millionaires? Welcome back to my channel and I hope you're having a good week. In my previous video, I went over how to buy Australian stocks, but did you know that ASX only makes up 2% of the global stock market? Now, I am a proud Aussie. I love my AFL footy and I love my Vegemite on toast. But if we want to invest in more companies with strong brands on a global scale, we need to visit the backyard of our American friends. The United States represents approximately 56% of the global stock market. It is home to many strong brand companies that you may have heard of, like Apple, Google, and Disney. If you are living in Australia like I am, and want a piece of this action, you need to sign up for an international online broker that allows you to purchase US shares. The broker that I use is Stake. Now, you don't have to use Stake, there are other good options like Self-Wealth and eToro, but for today's video, I'll be using Stake as an example because I feel they have a user-friendly app as well as other benefits for beginners. I'll break down this video into different parts and leave timestamps below so it's easier for you to follow. Alright, let's get right into it. Before we talk about Stake, we need to mention the 2 checklists to tick off before investing in shares. I mentioned this already in my previous video, but I feel like I need to mention it again. Number 1, make sure you have no bad debt. Examples of bad debt includes credit card debt, personal loans, and car loans. Please make sure these are paid off before you invest. Number 2, make sure you have an emergency fund. Please make sure to save up at least 3 months worth of expenses in case you run into an unwanted scenario like losing your job. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's talk about Stake. First thing to discuss is security and fees, which are my 2 most important criteria when it comes to selecting a broker. I am happy to say Stake does tick both boxes for me. Stake is an authorized representative of Sanlam Private Wealth, which is regulated by ASIC. Stake also partners with Drive Wealth in the US, who is regulated by FINRA and the SEC. They have clearly stated on their website that, in the unlikely situation that Stake goes down, you would still have access to all your cash and securities. Our broker partner, Dry Wealth, and the custodian will establish access for customers if anything happens to Stake. Unfortunately, there is no chess sponsorship in the US like we have in Australia, but I'm more than happy with the security measures Stake has built. Stake offers 0 brokerage fees to buy and sell stock. Yes, you heard that right. 0 brokerage fees. So for this reason, I really think it's a great broker for beginners who have less money to invest because you can build up your portfolio in smaller increments without having to worry about fees. Stake does make money in other ways, but I will discuss that later in the video. By the way, while editing this video, Stake just announced plans to introduce a $3 brokerage fee for Australian stocks including chess sponsorship. This is a big deal, guys. To put this into perspective, the cheapest current brokerage to buy Australian stocks that I know of is $5 per trade by Superhero, but they do not offer chess sponsorship. So if Stake can pull this off, then it is a massive game changer and a step in the right direction for Australian retail investors. I have always suspected that Australia will eventually adopt the 0 brokerage model like in the US, and that is very exciting. Okay, now it's time to set up our Stake account. By the way, Stake has a great referral program. If you use my referral link below, you will receive a free stock from one of these companies if you sign up and fund your account within 24 hours of signing up. If you clicked on my referral link below, you will arrive at this page. Make sure you see the free stock offer and click Get Free Stock. Enter your email and password. The referral code should be automatically entered, if not, just manually enter it. Stake will then email you a code. So go into your email and copy and paste the code into the box. Then you will be transferred to your application page. Just enter your details as normal for this page. In the next page, they'll ask you for your address, so just fill that in. Next, they'll ask you for your employment status, as well as 3 questions on whether you're a stockbroker, a company director, or a public official. So for most of us, that would be no for all. And the rest of the application is straightforward, so just provide your identification and account type. And boom, you are done with your application. Now you need to transfer some funds to buy your first stock. The thing I like about Stake is they're very transparent with their fees. When you fund your account for the first time, I believe you have to pay a one-off $5 fee for Stake to complete a W8 BEN form on your behalf. This form is required by non-US citizens who want to buy US shares from their home country. Since Stake automatically does this for us, I'm more than happy to pay the $5 fee. In order for us to buy US stocks, we need US dollars. This is where Stake makes their money by charging a 0.7 foreign exchange fee to convert Australian dollars into US dollars. Please note the 0.7% charge is in USD. So if you were to convert 1000 AUD, then you'll be charged $7 USD to convert. As you can see, lately Stake has been charging me a little less than the 0.7%, even though they're still advertising 0.7% on their website. But I'm not complaining. I also regularly check the exchange rate Stake uses on both Google and other FX websites and can confirm they are generally quite accurate. The funds will normally be received the following business day, meaning if you funded your account on Monday, you'll have to wait until Wednesday for the money to hit your account. If you want next day deposit, you can select Express Deposit, which will charge you an additional 0.5%. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think the fees are too bad, and keep in mind Stake does not charge brokerage fees, so you will save a lot if you're buying stocks in smaller quantities. You can fund your account by either Poly or traditional bank transfer. I personally prefer Poly because it is faster, but keep in mind not all banks provide Poly service, so please check the listing first. If not, then you can just do a regular bank transfer. And that's about it. If you're happy with everything, then just click next and follow the steps to fund your account. Let's now talk about the Stake platform itself. And I gotta say, I really like the way the platform looks. I really enjoy the sleek white design on their website as well as the minimalistic black design on their app. I really enjoy Stake's user interface in general. To be honest, I use the app a lot more than the website because it's so user friendly. You can change the settings on the app to light or dark mode. They both look nice, but I just prefer dark mode because the US market opens during nighttime for us Aussies, so dark screen makes it easier on my eyes. Overall, I really like the sleek and simple design of Stake. It looks similar to the Robinhood app, which is extremely popular in the US. Okay, this is where the fun begins. I will now demonstrate how to buy your first stock using the mobile app. I will buy $1,000 worth of Apple stock as demonstration. So let's go to the search bar and type in the ticker code AAPL for Apple. Now let's click buy. Now we can buy the shares in two ways. The first way is to use limit order. You can enter the amount of shares you want. In this case, since we have $1,000, we can buy 6 full Apple shares. Then, if you want the order to go through right away, put the price at the ask price of $100.50 and click review. Now you can see the order of 6 shares for a total value of $902.40. If you're happy with that, then click submit and the order should go through straight away. However, since we have $1,000 to spend and we want to spend it all, we can actually buy the shares in another way. If we go back to where we were before and select the order type as market, we can now see an amount option. So we'll enter $1,000 and keep the price at market. If we click review, it will show us that $1,000 will buy us 6.6441 shares of Apple. And that is another great thing about Stake, that it offers fractional shares. For example, if you wanted to invest in Tesla and don't have $736 to buy a full share, you could potentially buy $100 or $200 or any amount you want without having to buy the full share. And since Stake doesn't charge brokerage fees, it won't cost more to invest less. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, if we go back to our Apple order, I'm quite happy with this, so I'll click submit. And there you go, my Apple order has been executed. And there are my new shares. While I'm here, I may as well show you how to sell a stock as well. So going back to my Apple stocks, if you click sell, it will bring you to this page. Since I have fractional shares, the easiest way to sell is by selecting market as the order type. It will fill in all my shares for me, then I'll click review and it will show me the estimated order value of $1,000.93 if I was to sell now. And I'll click submit, and there you go, sold. So this is how to make 93 cents profit within a few minutes. For more great tips, please subscribe to my channel. I'm just kidding, but please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more investing videos like this in the future. The last point I want to talk about is taxes. If you buy shares that pay dividends or sell your shares for a capital gain, you will have to deal with taxes come tax time. Since you are selling a US share, it is a bit more complicated to work out manually since you are dealing with exchange rates. However, don't worry, I got you covered. You can use a free portfolio tracker called Sharesight to track your taxes. Sharesight is free for up to 10 stocks and they are easily integrated with Stake. At the end of every financial year, Stake will email you a CSV folder containing all your trades for the year and you can upload onto Sharesight directly. You can then run a taxable income report and a capital gains tax report to use during your tax return. It's that simple, so don't worry too much about taxes. So to summarize everything, I really like the Stake app. Due to its zero brokerage fees, I feel it's a great tool for beginners to dip their toes in the US market. Even if you are a more advanced user, it is a great app to follow a dollar cost average strategy where you are buying more frequently but in lower quantities. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if it helped you out, please give me a like and consider subscribing to my channel as I'll be posting more videos like this in the future. So until next time, my name is Brian and I hope you make a lot of money.